Good morning students, I hope you all are fine. In this video class, today I am going to teach about an important topic, looping concepts. Okay, in the previous video sessions, I teach about the conditional statement, right? Your conditional statement is divided into two things. One is selection, that is if else, else if later, then nested if. Again, it is divided into looping statements. In the looping statement, it is divided into two loops. One is while loop, another one is for loop. So today I am going to explain this looping statement only. Okay. So what is loop? When the loop is when we need the loop, what's the need? Loop is nothing but whenever we want to execute the statements repeatedly or many times. That means in your program code, few lines, if you want to execute again and again for 5 times or 10 times, at that time we are going for a loop. Okay, for sum of n numbers, like that, if you want to perform the same operation again and again, we are going for the looping concepts. Okay, so loop is nothing but, loop is defined as set of statements repeatedly want to execute some certain number of times or some condition satisfied is known as loop. Your loop is categorized into two things. One is definite, another one is indefinite. Definite iteration, the other name of loop is iteration. Okay, so it is categorized into, iteration is categorized into definite, another one is indefinite. Okay, so this definite means once you saw the loop itself, we can able to find how many times it is going to execute. If you know the number of iteration going to happen or number of times it's going to execute, we say it is a definite loop. If you don't know how much number of time it is going to execute, means we say it is indefinite. Mainly your loop is categorized into two, definite loop, indefinite loop. Definite loop means how many number of times you going to execute, it should be known by the user. If it is not known, means we say it is the indefinite. Okay, then your loop, if you are going to study the loop, means three important elements or three important steps are there in the loop. Okay, three important steps. The first one is initialize the condition variable. Initialize the condition variable. The second important step is check the condition. And the third one is increment or decrement. These are the three important steps present in your loop in all programming languages. While you want to do the looping concepts, means you have to know, you have to follow these three steps. First one is initialize the conditional variable, second one is checking the condition, and third one is increment or decrement. Now I am going to explain these things. Okay, see the syntax of while loop. The other name of while loop is conditional control loop. Why we say it is a conditional control loop means, in the while loop there must be one condition. In your while loop there must be one condition. As the condition is present in the loop, we say it is a condition control loop. Okay, so see the syntax, while condition, there should be one condition, then ends with colon. If this condition is true, the statements, the body will be executed. All of you understood the syntax? While is a keyword, condition, one condition is required, then ends with the colon. Once you put the colon, what about the next line? You have to follow the indentation. If the condition is true, the statement body will be executed. See, this is the flow of execution. See, first, while is a keyword, the condition will be executed. If the condition is executed, while the condition is executing, it will check, it will find whether the condition is true or false. If the condition is true means the statement will be executed. Suppose if the condition is false, it will come out of the loop. See, if the condition is true, the statement will be executed. Again, the loop will be iterated again and again till this condition satisfies. What is loop? Repeat the set of statements, repeatedly execute the set of statement till this condition is true. Once this condition is false, it's come out of the loop. All of you got it? Now, I will explain with one example. For example, while I less than n. Okay, this is the keyword and this is the condition. This is the condition, right? So, what's the first step? What's the first step here? Initialize the condition variable. What is control variable here? This I is the control variable. Which variable you are using in your while loop is called the conditional variable. So, this I is the conditional variable. So, for example, first you have to put I. Initialization. You have to set I equal to 0 or 1 or anything. Suppose you are not setting this value means the while loop doesn't know the starting position. There should be one stop and there should be one end. So this conditional, these variables, the loop variables must be initialized. That's the first step. Initialize the conditional variable. Suppose, see if I equal to 0. So this value is 0. Suppose the I value doesn't not means the while loop will be failed. It's don't know where it want to be start. So first initialize the conditional variable. Then n equal to 10. Now the condition will work. 0 less than 10. Is it correct? Then this is the first step is over. 0 less than 10. Now let's check the condition. First one is initialization. Then check the condition. What condition here? 0 less than n. This is the condition. 0 less than n. Condition true or false? Condition is true. If the condition is true, this body will be executed. For example, here I am printing I. Print I. I am printing I. So, what's the output here? At first, the output is 0. Why? I value is 0. Now, the third is the important point. For example, increment or decrement. What is increment? I equal to I plus 1. Adding with 1. I equal to I minus 1. This is increment, this is decrement. Adding by 1 is increment. Decreasing by 1 is decrement. What's the need of this statement? Without increment, whether the loop will work, it will work. But it leads to the infinite loop. What is infinite loop? Infinite loop means it's never end. Finite loop means there should be one end point. Okay. So here, if I am not using this increment or decrement, what will be the output? Again, this condition is true, right? Again, what will happen? It will go to the while loop. Now again, what's I value? 0. 0 less than n. Again, it will continuously print 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So it's an infinite thing. At one point of time, you want to break the loop. You want to come out of the loop. For that only we are using increment or decrement. At which time the loop will be terminated? At which time the loop will be end? The I value want to be greater than n. Is it correct? The I value want to be greater than n. At that time only the while condition will be false. At that time only the loop will be terminated. So for making this I greater than n, what I want to do? Actually your n value is 10. I value is 0. I want to make the I value greater than n. So what I want to do? I want to increment it. I want to add it. Decrement means it won't the I value. Decrement means it minus 1 minus 2. Increment means 1, 2 like that. I want to add it. So here I am adding a line I equal to I plus 1. I equal to I plus 1. Now see this. At first, I equal to 0. These two are conditional variable. These two are initialization of conditional variable. Initialization, this is the first step. Second step is condition, 0 less than 10. You are checking a condition. Now print 0. Then what you are having? 0 plus 1. So what's the I value now? 1. So again the loop. Now what's the I value? 1. 1 less than 10. Condition is true. So again you are printing I. So it is 1. Now again. Now what's the I value? I plus 1. That is 1 plus 1. You are getting 2. Now again 2 less than n. Condition is true. It will print 2. Then again 3. Suppose consider your I value is 5. Okay. Sorry, n value is 5. Now I value is 3. So 3 plus 1 plus 3 plus 1 you will get 4. 4 less than 5. At last your I value should be 4. 4 plus 1 5. Okay. So here 5 less than 5. 5 less than 5. Condition is true or false? False. At that time it's come out of the loop. That's the reason we are using increment or decrement. What are the 3 steps? Initialization, condition, increment or decrement. Okay. Increment or decrement. So if you miss any one of these steps, it leads to the infinite loop. All of you got it about the while? The one more thing I have to explain. Along with the while condition, here statements, right? Along with this, you can use else also. Else statements. It's allowed. In your Python programming, similar to if-else concepts, in here also, there should be, here also we can use else in your while loop. All of you got it? Now we can see one example for while loop and while with else. Okay. Program to find sum of 1 to n number. So here I am going to write the program to find the sum of 1 to n numbers. So what's the first step? I am going to use the loop. Why I am going to use? Sum of n, 1 to n means 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus n. This is the logic. So how many times I am performing addition here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Nearly 10 times I am performing addition here. Repeatedly again and again I am doing the same operation. So I am going for the looping here. Okay. So first initialization. As per your steps, initialization. I equal to 0. What is this? Starting conditional variable. Starting position. Then n equal to 10. This is ending variable. Okay. Then sum equal to 0. Why I am taking sum equal to 0? Any number added with 0, you are getting the same number. For storing this answer, I need a variable, so I am using sum. For multiplication, you have to take 1. Any number should be multiplied with 1 means you will get the same number. Okay. So here sum equal to 0. Now I am going to use the while loop. While I less than n. I less than n. So it will take 0 to 9. Sorry, 1 to 9. If you want till 10, you have to give I less than equal to n. If you want to perform till 9 means less than n. Till 10 means less than equal to n. All of you got it? Now, sum equal, see, once you put the colon, the next line should be indented, denoting the body of the loop, or denoting the statements of the loop. Sum equal to sum plus I. Sum equal to sum plus I. See, first these are the initialization. Initialization. This is the condition. So condition, what's the condition? 0 less than equal to 10. Sorry, what's the I value? 0, right? Okay, you can start with 1. Okay, so 1 to n numbers means 1 less than equal to 10. Condition true or false? Condition is true. So here, what's the sum? Sum means 0. 0 plus I value is 1. So now, inside the sum, what value is there? 1 is there. All of you got it? Again, what's the next step I want to do? If the condition is true, body will be executed. So here, it will go again. Before going here, I have to use increment or decrement. Otherwise, it will be a infinite loop. So here, increment is required or decrement is required. It's going from here to here. Addition. So you have to use increment. So I equal to I plus 1. Okay, now again, once again I am explaining. These are the initialization. Here I am checking a condition. What's the condition? I less than 10. So what's the value of sum? 0. 0 plus 1, 1. So inside the sum, now 1 is here. Then increment, I equal to I plus 1. After completing this, it will come here. Now what's the I value? I value is I plus 1 means I plus 1 is 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 less than 10. Condition is true. Condition is true. So here again, inside the sum now, 1 is here. 1 plus 2. Now what's the sum answer? 3. Now again I. What's the I value? 2, right? 2 plus 1, 3. 3 less than 10. Condition is true. So here it is 3 plus 3. 6. Like that, it will be iterated again. Till which time? Till the 10 value, 10 less than equal to 10. Okay, 10 less than equal to 10. Till that, it will be iterated again and again. Okay, all of you got it? After that, just you perform addition and see 1 plus 2 plus 3 till 9. You will get 55, I think. Your answer will be a 55. Now the answer is present in the sum. You have to print it. Okay, so your while loop, out of this while loop, if you want to write outside the while loop means avoid the indentation and write. That's it. Print sum equal to sum. Sum equal to sum. So what will be your output? Sum equal to 55. Sum equal to 55. All of you got it? First initialization, checking a condition, then I am printing the answer. If you write this line here means what will happen? Every time it will print sum equal to. Each iteration it will print on value. I am printing at last the answer. All of you got it? So this is program to find sum of 1 to n numbers using the while loop. Now I will explain one example while with else. Okay. While with else. So here display n numbers. Program to display n number. Okay. So here I equal to 0, n equal to 5. So initialization is over. Now I am checking a condition while I less than equal to n colon. Okay, initialization is over. I want to print n numbers. N means 0 to 5 I want to print it, right? So I am writing a condition. My condition started from 0 to 5. Okay, then print I. Then increment or decrement? It's going forward, right? So increment I equal to I plus 1. Okay, else, so how it will work? First, I equal to 0, n equal to 5, 0 less than 5, condition is true, it will print 0. Now I value equal to 1, so it will print 1. Then I value equal to 2, it will print 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. When I value reaches 6, 6 less than equal to 5, condition false, it will come out. While it's coming out, I am putting the else. Else, always the else will be straight to the while. Else, print, just print I is greater than n. So what will be output? Till that it will print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then it will print I is greater than n. Okay, so similarly, like if else, you can use while with else also. Okay. Now the next one is, I am going to explain the for loop. Okay, what is for loop? What's the difference between while and for loop? Both are loops. Both the statements are used to execute the statements repeatedly. But here, for loop is mainly used for the used to iterate the collection data types or sequence data types. The sequence data types are nothing but your strings, list, tuples. Okay, so your for loop is mainly used to iterate. That is, iterate means you are taking one element at a time or repeating the elements at time. Okay, so taking the elements from the sequences, we are using the for loop. The other name of for loop is count control loop. Okay, so here it don't have any condition, it will count the number of elements present in the sequences, list or tuple. So depend upon the numbers or number of element present, it will work. Once the elements got over, your loop will be terminated. So your for loop is worked with two ways. See the syntax. First, for is a keyword. You can use any variable name in range. Using range it will work, then using sequences it will work. Your for loop is working in two ways, with the help of the range and with the help of the sequence. First we will see with the range. Okay, so in the previous video session already I taught you about the range. Range is nothing but range function is used to generate the sequence of number. Used to generate the sequences of numbers. For example, I want to create 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to generate this means I can use range of 1, 6. What's the syntax of the range? Start. Stop is always -1. End is always -1, comma step size. Your default start size is 0. Your default step size is 1. See here, your start is 1 and stop is always stop -1. Why? As it is your range function, default thing is starting with 0. As it is starting from 0, always end is n-1. So if you are giving 6 means it will generate 1 to 5. If you are giving 7 means it will generate 6. For example, now range of 6 means it will generate the output 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that, it will generate the sequence of numbers. Range function is used to generate the sequence of numbers. Okay. So with the help of range, your for loop will be working here. Okay. Now we will see with one example. The same example I am going to use sum of n numbers. Okay. Sum of 1 to n numbers using for loop. Okay, using for. So here this initializations and all not required. Directly we can use. For example, conditional variable is not required. First n equal to what's the n value? 1 to n, right? So your n value is 10. Your n value is 10. Then for storing the answer, sum equal to 0. For is a keyword. Then variable is I. In. This in is the membership operator used to check whether the element is present in the sequence. Okay. In. This is the syntax. In. Then range of I want to generate 1 to n, right? So my starting position is 1. Then till n. Till 10 I want to print. So if you are given 9 means it will generate 1 to 9. So I am putting n plus 1. So it will create the sequence. It will create the sequence 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is the sequence it got generated. The range function create the sequence 1 to 10. If you put n means 1 to 9 only it will create. End stop equal to stop minus 1 in your syntax. Okay. Here colon indentation sum equal to the same concept sum plus I. So first I know the starting position, so I didn't initialize 1. Okay, directly I used here. Then I know I want to give the end position, n value, n equal to 10. For storing the answer sum, I am using the for loop. For I is a variable, in is the membership operator, range function create the numbers. Now you have to listen once. Each iteration, in the first iteration your I value is 1. The second iteration your I value is 2. The third iteration your I value is 3. This is the way your for loop will be work. First, what's the I value? 1. So sum equal to, what's the sum value? 0. 0 plus 1. What's the answer? Now the sum is 1. The second iteration your I value is 2. Okay. So now what's the sum value? 1. 1 plus 2. Now the sum value is 3. In the third iteration your I value is 3. What's the sum value? 3. You are getting 6. In the fourth iteration your sum value is 6 and the I value is 4. So it is 10. In the fifth iteration it is 5. Like that each iteration it will take one value from the range. At last I think you will get the answer like 55. Okay. Now I want to print the answer. So outside the for loop I am just printing print sum equal to sum. So you will get the output sum equal to 55. This is the for loop by using the range function. The second type is for loop by using the sequences. See the syntax for variable in sequence. Sequence means it should be a string or list or tuple or anything. Any sequence we can use. I will give you a simple example so you will get the idea. For I is a variable in Python. I am using one string. So in the first iteration it will take P. Second iteration it will take Y. The third iteration it will take Y. Okay. Inside I am just printing print I. So what will be the output? You will get Pi T H O N. You'll get the answer Python. Each time, each iteration, it will take one character from the string. Instead of this, if you are using a list, okay, for example, A equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a list. For I in A. Now what will happen? The first iteration I will take 1, second iteration 2. Like that it will take. So you will get the output 1, 2, 3, 4. Here, while you are printing, it is giving in the next line, right? If you want to get the answer in the single line means, you can use one statement end equal to double quotes. If you added this end equal to double quote means, at the end you are adding one space. Okay, so if you are using this statement means, you will get the answer like this. After 1, 1 space 2. After 2, 1 space 3. After 3, 1 space 4. When the loop got terminated, at first iteration it will take 1. Second iteration it will take 2. Third, 3. Fourth, 4. After that, no elements are there. At that time your for loop will be terminated. Okay, all of you got it? And here also, there is a concept of for loop with else is there. Okay, so I am using one simple example, for loop with else. I want to display, program to display 5 numbers. Okay, so here first n value equal to n numbers, n equal to 5 for I in range of n plus 1. Why I am putting n plus 1? If you are putting n means, it will display only 4, 0. As it started from 0, it will print only 4. If you want to print 5 means n plus 1. Okay, here print I. Now in the first range, what the range will do? It will create 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The first iteration, what's the value? 0. The second iteration, 1. So I value is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will print. After that, no elements are there. So it will come out. So here, while it's coming out, I am adding a else statement. Print out of loop. So it will print at last out of loop. Okay, all of you got it? So range will create 0 to 5. So I am printing 1 element. Once the for loop got terminated, it will print out of the loop. So what are the things we discussed? We discussed about the looping statements, while loop, then while loop with else, then for loop. In the for loop using range, then sequence, then for loop with else. I hope you understand these concepts, students. Thank you.